Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's video, we are looking at the Pod 2.0 again and see if we can enhance it a bit with the help this time of the Stonegatefx boost pedal here from Canada, this pedal, which is pretty cool. So let's plug this in and see how much this can shape the sound to hopefully what we want with our nice little 7-string there. Okay, now everything's set up, ready to go. Grab a 7-string here, and this is the sound that we've got coming straight out of just the Pod Go. So a little bit muffled, a little bit not that crash hot with this low tuning guitar. So let's see now, engaging the Stonegatefx here, of how much we're going to do. So we have 3 different settings here. I can't remember what each of them do. So we'll just set the boost there, start from far left, go through all of them and see how much they change and which one we want to keep. All right, so first one. Okay, that one muffles it just a little bit too much for my liking. Let's try in the middle. I don't mind that one actually. Not bad. Let's try the far right. Doesn't change it enough for my liking. I think this one not only changes the most, but it changes the most for the better. So cranking it adds a lot more hiss. But it doesn't really add anything positive to the characteristic change. These pickups are super sensitive. So let's go back to this one, which wasn't too bad at the far right, but it wasn't wow yet. Back to the far left one. So that, settle guitar, settle. That definitely sounds like the fat mode or the larger of them. So yeah, the middle one for me definitely stands out the best out of all of them. So I'm going to keep it at that one. Yeah, so let's keep it like that. Let's see, it sounds a little bit dry-ish, but hopefully that will thicken up when we add multiple guitars to the actual recording and add bass and drums to it all. Because with guitar, you want to really focus on the main frequencies that are going to break through the actual mix and add to it. Because this isn't a standalone sound that we will be using, if that makes sense. When I mean standalone, as in if you're recording, you wouldn't just be using this tone. By itself. You'd be doubling up on that, which will make it a lot thicker and a lot more larger, I think is the best way to describe the sound. So let's see what it sounds like when we do make it a little bit larger and thicker in that regards by layering on top of it with the bass and the drums. So sit back, relax, enjoy the tune, and yes, we'll have a bit of a chat about it on the other side. Time for my final thoughts of matching up the Stonegatefx boost pedal here with the Pod 2.0. So firstly, the Pod 2.0 does have a little bit of unwanted noise there. It's got its own inbuilt gate in there, which I definitely had engaged, but there's still a little bit of unwanted noise seeping through, which I noticed in the previous video I did. So I just added the noise killer on the tail end of it there, just to help try clean it up a bit, to make it a little bit more pleasant for yourself and me as well. So just a little bit of transparency there. Now this boost pedal here is very cool. The 3 different settings, they're kind of like preset EQs, are really good. They're very different between each other, so it's very easy to differentiate between each one of them. If I had my drop C tuning guitar here, because this one's in drop G, probably one of the other ones would have suited it better. But with the drop G here, having the middle setting there, where it really boosted the mids and scooped away a lot of the bottom end, really cleaned it up. And also with the boost aspect to it, of really emphasizing all those frequencies it had, the aggression that it gave the guitar, I was very, very impressed with, and I had lots of fun with it as well. So as I said in the setup, and I was hoping this would happen, but sometimes you don't know until you actually put it all together and witness it and see it. It did seem a little bit dry-ish and a little bit thin-ish. I think it's the best way to describe it, isolated on its own. But as soon as we added more guitars to it, doubling up on it, then it really helped thicken it up and give it a lot more body. which then emphasised all the really good things I liked about it too, because it definitely added more aggression and more grit to it. So one of the highlights I think I had from this jam was, well, firstly, it felt very natural playing it. So playing through the Pod 2.0 didn't feel overly, I want to use the term overly digitalized, if that makes sense. So if anyone that's tried any very early stage digital type of stuff might understand what I'm saying, where it was really, not all of it was bad, but the ones that were bad were very bad, and it didn't have that organic type of amp and speaker feeling to it, where this one I felt did. So as I was playing, it was like I was playing out of an amp and speakers. Just a hell of a lot more control with my monitors and being able to control the volume and everything and not have it blasting in either this room or another room. So it felt really good, but I really loved when I was, actually before I do the highlighter part, some of the other things I really enjoyed while doing it is all the accents that I was doing while I was actually playing. So where I wanted to really pop and really punch through, it did really, really nicely. So that was definitely a plus. But the highlight for me, which really got me excited, so while I was playing it the first time through, and I got up to the tail end of that little jam, and I was just hammering on the open G there, when I did the double up on the strum, it really did this swooshing kind of bladey aggression type of effect or characteristics to it. And I love that. And the second time it came through in the repetition, I actually went a little bit harder on it and really felt it even come more through. And then when I did the second tape, I was really excited for that part to come up as well, to really see if I can emphasize that and bring it more out from a player perspective. And I did. So the fact that this left enough breathing space to have enough dynamics to be able to add that characteristics as a player is amazing. So it's not just squared off and locked in and what you get is what you get. You do have that space of creativity to really bring your own playing to the tone, if that makes sense. So you can actually help work with the tone's not controlling you. Hopefully that makes sense. So that was heaps of fun. So thank you very much for joining me in this conversation and doing in this video, because yeah, it's lots of fun seeing how this Stonegatefx here, which is a company from Canada. And yeah, I'm wrapped that I got the blue version of this because I do love blue. And yeah, I like how that pedal all looks with the blue light and the blue knobs and that. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Stonegate. That was very, very cool. Yeah, it was fun hooking it up with the Pod 2 Go to see how much we can take something old and pretty, I want to say limiting in what you can do in it's just the unit itself. So yeah, doing enhancement pedals like that to see how far we can take it, and especially with a low tuning guitar too. And I think we took it to something really, really cool. One other thing I will say before I say my goodbyes, on a slightly different subject, is I just got this guitar stand, and it's pretty awesome because I've got a Flying V coming in, which is at the Guitar-Tex right now getting serviced and getting set up for me. So I needed a different guitar stand to be able to hold it. And I just tried the headless here with it, and it worked out really good because not only can you see it better in the camera, but like that is not going anywhere. And I'm accidentally, I just got scared then, thought it was going to go somewhere. It didn't, it just clicked. I've actually kicked it a few times too, by accident, and yeah, it's still sturdy and still not going anywhere. So yeah, this is a really cool, I don't know if it's in camera frame or not now, just moved it, try to put it back in. A really cool little guitar stand that works well for headless guitars as well. So nothing really to do with the video or the subject here. I'm just excited about new toys I got for the studio. And this is Lee being excited about a new toy that just came in the studio. So once again, thank you very much for joining me in this conversation. I thoroughly look forward to either hearing it from the comments or you joining me in other videos in the future. And until then, please stay safe.